Welcome to Laguna Seca for the first race of the second NASCAR Reno Sprint Race Series season. We're here in Laguna Seca for the Clash. We have Tyler King on pole, and there's going to be 5 laps. Tyler King will be driving the number 1 car for Marinelli Racing Enterprises after winning the championship last year with Omaki's team. Today's race will be comprised of every driver that raced last season that is returning this season. So we won't have any rookies in this race. To Tyler King's outside, we have Brian Laguna in the 22 with Alan Mooch, who's moved over to Chevrolet, and Tanner Campos in the second row. As we take the green flag, we can see a couple of drivers behind them as well. That would be Ethan O'Connor, who of course won the last race of last season. He's moving over to the 28, and Tree Leclerc, who drove for Toyota last year, and he is now in the 8 Chevrolet for Ian Stiles' team. So you can see Brian Laguna got a pretty good start, and he is taking a lead, with Tyler King and Tanner Campos settling up to make the top 3. We're expecting a lot of crashes here today, especially in the carousel. The corkscrew. The corkscrew has been a very difficult part throughout the weekend. We've had a lot of cars spin through there, so we're going to have a little split screen in the corkscrew, as you'll see in the next few laps. One watching the corkscrew for any crashes, and the other one will be watching the battle for the lead. Brian Laguna is starting to pull away as Tyler King is in second. Looks like someone may have spun way back there. It was a red car. I can't quite tell what happened there. But we're going to go into split screen to make sure and check out the race going on. Right now they're basically the same. The one with the thing will be the one that has the leaders. It's the other one, as we see a few cars already crashing through the corkscrew. On the bottom, we just have the logo in the other corner. As Brian Laguna is pitting for really no reason. There is no reason to pit. I don't know why he's pitting. That's going to ruin his race for sure. As Tyler King's going to take the lead after only 1 lap here. He's going to lead lap 1, as Brian Laguna mysteriously pits and probably ruins his race. Don't really know what happened there, as Tanner Campos is taking over second, and the 8 of Tree Leclerc is now in third. Got 2 more cars behind him. That would be the 28 of Ethan O'Connor and the 7 of Paul Donlin, who is opening a new team. He filled in at the end of last season for Chris Black, but now he's full-time with PD Motorsports this year. This season we have 1 more manufacturer running. We were originally going to have 2, but no team is running a Honda. So we have Chevrolet, Dodge, Ford, and Toyota. We also have a plethora of tire manufacturers, as there were 5 announced for the season. But I believe it's only Goodyear, Firestone, and Hoosier are actually running, as Michelin and Pirelli were denied a running spot. Let's come back to the corkscrew. We're going to see Tyler King going off, and so is Tanner Campos, and third place Tree Leclerc. That's going to give Ethan O'Connor to the lead. As they continue, they're just sliding it out of that corner. And there goes another one. That looks like it may have been the 6th of Leland Fife. It looks like maybe the 83 of Zach Stern, who won 4 races last season, but he's sporting the new Ally colors this year. Ethan O'Connor continues to lead here. He's going to lead lap 2. He's going to lead lap 2. Now on to lap 3. With Paul Donlin in second, and Tyler King, defending champion, continuing to be in third after that spin in the corkscrew. Ethan O'Connor is the most recent winner in the NASCAR Reno Sprint Race Series, winning at the NASCAR Reno Motordrome just at the end of last season in the 78 car. Kept Pokemon as sponsor, kept Chevrolet as a manufacturer, but wanted to change over to the 28 car for this season. Behind him we got Paul Donlin running the Google number 7 car. He is, of course, as I said earlier, a new team. And then we have the best running Dodge in the Dodge's first season, being Tyler King in 3rd place. Then you got Tree Leclerc in 4th, Evan Taddy in 5th, Roberto Crown Jr. in 6th, Jacob Warrior in 7th, Tanner Campos in 8th, Alan Mooch and Kylie Garner running at the top 10. So come back down through here. Let's see how Ethan O'Connor is perfectly through it. As Paul Donlin's going around, so is Tyler King and Tree Leclerc. All 3 of them spin coming out of the carousel. I believe he's going to give second up to, I believe it was the 46. As we got a few more cars, that's definitely Leland 5. And looks like Quinn Yeager as well. As we look back onto the race leader, he led that lap again. Is now Roberto Crown Jr. is up to 3rd. He did race last season, but did not run very well throughout the year, which is why most people probably would not remember him from last year. but it seems to be a good start, at least for the Clash for him so far. Ethan has a very big lead. As long as Ethan doesn't make a mistake in the corkscrew, he should be fine. He's been very fast all weekend. He led practice earlier. Just didn't have a great qualifying run. Actually went off the track in qualifying, which a lot of guys did. Which set him back in the pack for the race start. But other than that, he's been fast all weekend. So you're going to watch him come through the corkscrew. He needs to be basically perfect here for the next 2 laps if he wants to win this race. If he wrecks, who knows what happens. He's going to wreck immediately. Looks like he's going to get lucky. He has such a big advantage that he's actually going to come out in front of Evan Toddy, as Roberto Crown Jr. just backed into the fence as well. And here comes, it looks like Carter Jones, and maybe, it's kind of tough to see. I'm going to say that is Logan Speed. And yes, it is. That was Logan Speed that also went around in the corkscrew. And Brian Laguna, like 15 seconds behind everybody else, spinning as well. So on to the final lap of the race already. It was a very quick race. We're going to look at Evan Toddy now. Evan stayed with Alan Mooch's team, Cyberstorm Racing, but as they made the move over to Chevrolet, as they felt that would be the better option for them in terms of winning races this season. So you'll see him in this number 46 GoPro car. They have full season funding, so he'll be in the GoPro car every single race this season. Behind him, you can see in a few shots, that is Jacob Borio in the number 54 Laguna Motorsports car, sponsored by PlayStation. Laguna Motorsports has expanded to 2 cars this season, adding Jacob Borio, while also keeping Brian Laguna, who was in the Final 4 battle last season, being the Final 4 guys that had a shot at the title at the end of the year. Coming out of the corkscrew for the final time, this could make or break Ethan O'Connor's race. He makes it through. Evan Toddy does not. So that's going to give Jacob Wario second and Paul Dolan third. Tanner Campos, Tree Leclerc, and here comes Tyler King. There goes Evan Toddy. There's multiple cars wrecking. I saw Roberto Crown Jr. That's Kylie Grider. Logan Speed again. There's a few others, but if you look up on your other side, Ethan O'Connor is going to win at Laguna Seca. It's his first career Clash win and his second win in the NASCAR Sprint Race Series. This one doesn't mean a whole lot points-wise, as there were no points given out, but it probably is a good confidence booster for him, getting a win to start the season instead of winning at the very end of last season. So yeah, big congratulations to Ethan O'Connor on winning the Clash at Laguna Seca. Ethan's going to burn it down here. This is his, this of course is the first race with the next gen car, so Ethan clearly has coped brilliantly with the task of running the next gen car at these tracks, which is just a different beast for them. We're looking at the race results. We got Ethan O'Connor, Jacob Boreal, Paul Dolan, Tanner Campos, and Tree Leclerc in the top 5. Defending champion Tyler King finished 6th. Evan Toddy finished 7th after last lap crash. You got Roberto Crown Jr. He was running up front early, and he finished 10th. And Brian Laguna, after starting up front and almost leading lap 1, ended up messing up and losing a bunch of positions. Thank you all for watching, and hope to see you next time for Daytona.